Hi. So, a little nervous today to make this video. Feel a little nervous starting off here. Actually, I get nervous to make all of my videos, but I plan today to be a little more vulnerable. My mission here is to manifest this institute, to manifest abundance. And part of doing that is to remove the barriers, the subconscious barriers, right? And it's working. I don't have as strong of a resistance to the notion of successfully manifesting this ideal life and ideal timeline. Part of how that is happening is shadow work. And a pretty prominent part of the shadow work is inner child. And this is where the vulnerability comes in. Now, I'm happy to say that my inner child also is pretty happy right now. And that's because I've really identified why or what makes my inner child happy. And what that is thinking about how hydrogen is a spiritual gas. Thinking about complex numbers and how magical they are. And having excitement about what knowing about them is going to allow us to do. My inner child is an explorer and very interested in learning new things. My inner child wants to travel aboard the Starship Enterprise out into the galaxy to discover strange new worlds and civilizations. Yeah. That's why I originally started looking into relativity and quantum mechanics, because I wanted to actually discover how this would be possible. That's what makes my inner child happy. Thinking about those things. What else makes my inner child happy? I remember some times at the lake cottage, and my cousins were there, and we played, and on the beach and in the lake and on the inner tubes and the air mattresses, and man, was that fun. I remember the road trips with my family, and because we were poor, we didn't go to restaurants. We had picnics. And those are some of my happiest memories, having picnics with the family while on our road trips. And, years ago, I tried to recreate these memories with my own children. And it happened to a certain extent, but in those days, I was not being very kind to my inner child, very self-critical. And so it just didn't allow me to enjoy the time. So, all right, so what happened? What happened to my inner child? My parents, my grandparents, that all was wonderful. I've done a lot of exploring, a lot of work on my childhood. And, my home life, I am grateful to be able to say that it was pretty ideal. But I guess what happened there was it was a very sheltered childhood, especially the first 5 years. And then I got to elementary school, and kindergarten, for whatever reason, remained that way. But man, when the first grade hit, it hit like a ton of bricks. There I was, this wide-eyed, curious, dreamy, little scientist boy. The other kids were not that way. And I had no concept that anyone could be different from that. But I learned. And through, well, to some extent, physical bullying, yeah. But to a greater extent, verbal. I was the weird kid. And, as I look back, the autistic kid, there was no concept of such a thing as autism at that time. And that is when I learned to suppress. That is when, as I got into middle school, I decided I would listen to the music that was popular and not the music I liked. I tried to participate in sports, even though I was rather poorly coordinated. I learned Taekwondo. That did do me some good. Getting built and learning to fight, that was helpful. But that too was a form of masking. And so I've been masking all my life. And part of what I'm doing today is connecting to others that have been doing the masking. And there are a lot of us. I know that to be true. My most recent form of masking was to go to the gym and start lifting. And I've been successful with that, and it certainly does change the way people look at me and interact with me. And, even if it's masking, I think it's a good thing. I'm in good health. So it's beneficial, and I certainly intend to keep doing it. It also helps my mind function much more effectively. You know, being in good physical health. Plus, when I work out now, I am also making having the chakras spin faster and brighter, and moving that creative energy up my spine, up the chakra system. And all told, all of that just seems to be good for my inner child. All right, so right now, I find myself a little frustrated in that I don't feel I'm totally effectively expressing the message that I've got to express. I will upload this video. I've had other videos where I felt dissatisfied while speaking, and sometimes it causes me to turn the camera off. Not this time. I guess how I'll conclude this video is just ask. If you're listening to this, if you're watching this, do you feel like that too? Are you tired of the masking? What are you doing to free up your inner child and allow your inner child to come out and express his or herself through you into this 3D world? I'll be interested in hearing some of your comments. So yes, all of your comments. So definitely comment, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I will keep doing my inner child work, my shadow work, and my exploration of this universe, seen and unseen.